Every goddamn time the U.S. talks about liberation, I already know how the story ends because we've been running the same scam for more than 70 years and people keep falling for it like goddamn goldfish with amnesia. Let's start with Iraq. Oh yeah, remember that? They'll greet us as liberators, mission accomplished banners, fireworks, freedom fries, and for about 5 minutes, yeah, people were glad Saddam was gone because Saddam was a monster. No debate there. But Iraq was not a failed state before the invasion. It had a functioning government, infrastructure, and secular institutions. Then we blew up the entire state, fired the whole army, left millions of armed men unemployed, and acted shocked when the country exploded into sectarian war. ISIS didn't fall from the fucking sky. We manufactured the conditions for it. 20 years later, Iraq is unstable, corrupt, half controlled by Iran, and still bleeding. Amazing liberation, assholes. Now Iran, the granddaddy fuck up. Iran had a democratically elected government. Let me say that slowly for the freedom crowd. Democratically elected. He nationalizes oil and the U.S. and Britain's heads explode. Nah, can't have that. So we overthrow him in 1953 and install the Shah of Iran, a brutal dictator with secret police, torture chambers, and a massive U.S. weapons pipeline. Then everyone acts surprised when the people finally snap and say, fuck this, and you get it, Islamic Revolution. Boom. Hardcore theocracy, lifetime hostility toward the U.S. Fuck. It's still going on. That wasn't ancient history. That was blowback, direct, predictable, self-inflicted. Next, Afghanistan. We arm religious extremists to fight the Soviets. Then those same extremists become the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. Oops. So we invade after 9/11, topple the Taliban, stay for 20 fucking years, dump trillions of dollars into corruption, prop up a fake-ass government nobody believes in, and then leave. And what happens? The Taliban strolls back into power in a week. 2 decades, countless dead, and we end exactly where we started. That's not liberation, that's imperial incompetence. Now let's talk about Libya. Gaddafi was a dictator, yes. Also, yes, Libya had the highest standard of living in Africa at the time. So NATO bombs the country, Gaddafi gets dragged through the streets and murdered, and then nothing. No plan, no rebuilding, no governance. Now Libya is a failed state. Warlords, slave markets, militias, terrorist havens. That's what humanitarian intervention looks like when you don't give a shit about what happens next. How about Syria? We arm moderate rebels. Spoiler alert, half of them weren't moderate, and the other half lost their weapons to extremists. Civil war detonates. Russia and Iran step in. Assad stays in power. Millions of refugees flee. An entire country gets pulverized. So what the fuck was the point? Vietnam. Remember that one? Probably not. Americans don't know shit about history. Millions dead. Napalm, Agent Orange, villages completely erased. And after all that, the U.S. leaves. And Vietnam unifies under communism anyway. All that blood for nothing. Chile. Yeah, you probably don't even know where that is. Democratically elected socialist president. Nope, can't have that. So we back a coup, install Pinochet, and suddenly torture, disappearances, and mass graves are acceptable. Hey, as long as Wall Street's happy. Guatemala. Land reform hurts U.S. corporation. CIA coup. What follows? Decades of civil war and genocide against indigenous people. But hey, anti-communism, right? You see the fucking pattern yet? We don't liberate countries. We topple governments, install or enable monsters, shatter institutions, and then walk away pretending we didn't just light the fucking fuse. And the most infuriating part is Americans are told, hey, they hate us because they hate freedom. No, motherfuckers, they hate us because we keep wrecking their countries and calling it help. Every time someone says, well, at least we got rid of the dictator, I want to scream, what came next? Was there stability after that? Peace? Democracy? Or just chaos, extremism, and mass death? Because history is screaming the answer and people keep plugging their ears. This isn't liberation, it's empire with a smiley face, and the bill always comes due. Educate yourself, don't be a fucking MAGA.